YouTube, Hoppy2345 back once again, and welcome back to the place on the internet for your daily NBA prize picks content. In this video for y'all today, I am recording this at work because I recorded it before work and I had some bad audio issues, so I'm having to redo it. Hopefully the audio is right this time and I don't have to record it a third time. But without any further ado, I'm going to get into these props. We're going to go over which ones I'm betting on today. I'm going to show you all my bets. Keep in mind, as you see these, you should be taking only the props that you agree with and pairing them how you like, unless you see a bet that you just straight up love that I'm placing and you like every aspect of it. Alright, let's get into these picks though. First off, we're going to look at Anthony Simons' points against the Thunder. The only thing that makes this a little bit scary is the fact that it could be a blowout with Shea not playing tonight and also Giddey out, but this is a young Thunder team that likes to run, whether Giddey or Shea's in the game or not. So they could have a big scoring night. Even if it is a blowout, I think Simons could hit his 21.5 points against this bad defense. Historically on the season, Simons has scored more than 22 points a game against bad defenses. He's a guy that scores, 30, or he has an off night and he doesn't score much at all. So long as Simons having an on night tonight, I think he'll shoot a lot tonight against the bad Thunder defense, get a lot of chances. I like Simons' points. We're taking it for all those reasons. Next up, Lauri Markkanen points at 19.5. I'm taking two other Lauri props tonight, with me taking the over on his three-pointers made, and I'm also taking the over on his assists. If I had to choose my favorite of those three, I would actually say three-pointers made. So if you're only taking one Lauri prop tonight, make it the three-pointers made prop, in my opinion. But I'm taking more than one, so I switched it up and did the points in this prop. He should hit the points as well. Both are good props to take the over on, in my opinion. Next up, we're going to talk about Zion Williamson's assist. And just like Lauri, I'm going to go ahead and rank the other two props I have with him tonight. I also took his fantasy points and his points over as well, but if I had to say my favorite out of those three, I would say the fantasy one is he has hit that one 5 games in a row. He's hit this assist one 3 games in a row, and he has been passing better since Ingram has went out. He gets more assist chances per game, as well as he's playing a good interior defense in the Bucks, so he may get a few more passes tonight. I still like 5 assists for Zion, so keep that in mind. If you like it as well, go ahead and play it. Next up, we got James Harden versus Toronto. See what's happening here is the reason why I'm liking James Harden is he has hit this a lot of games in a row, as well as the fact that the Raptors like to shut down the opposing team's best player. The 76ers' best player is Joel Embiid, so I'm expecting extra attention on Embiid tonight, as well as James Harden. I'm expecting him to have a good game passing and scoring. And I'm expecting if he has a bad game passing, the scoring will, say if he gets only 9 assists, I think he can score 22 points. And if he only gets, say, 18 points, I think he can get, 13 assists. I think he's going to have a good pass to assist game. He's one of the best playmakers in the league still to this day, no matter how much hate he gets. Next up, we got our only NFL play. I'm taking more than 16.5 completions. The reason why I'm doing this is Green Bay's defense is not good against quarterbacks. Next up, we got De'Aaron Fox, more than points. We're looking for him to hit this 3 games in a row as he's going up against the poor Charlotte Hornets defense. We probably will take a LaMelo prop later, and I might post a picture of that on the community section if I do. But next up, we're going to talk about Thomas Bryant with Anthony Davis out. He is doing this pretty well every game. Ayton is a pretty good challenge, but I think Bryant's going to have to stay in the game regardless of how he's doing. And next up, we're going to look at these rest of these really, really quick. We got France at 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Zion's fantasy score we already talked about. These two right here are more just for fun. Now, this Trae Young and Luka one I took just for fun, so this one I wouldn't have probably took unless it was for the sweater bet. I wouldn't really even consider those two plays that I would take on a normal day. Next up, we got Damian Lillard's first half fantasy score. He's hit this 5 games in a row. Dame's been beasting out lately. I think he'll definitely hit this tonight. Then we got Paulo Banchero's more PRA. He's been hitting this recently as well. He always plays pretty good against Atlanta. Same reason for why I took Wagner. Then we got Tobias Harris, more than 7.5 first half points. James Harden, more than 3.5 turnovers. Tobias has hit that 7.5 points mark in the first half 4 of the last 5 games. Harden's been feeding him. Like I said, Toronto likes to focus on the main stars. So maybe Tobias gets a few extra shots in the first half. If he can hit them, maybe they adapt. That's why I took the first half version. Sabonis over 40.5 rebounds. That number is really high. Y'all only take that one if you agree with it for sure. I like betting Domantas Sabonis because he's one of my favorite players. He's pretty good at getting rebounds, points, and assists. So he could have 22, 8 assists. You know, he could have 24, 6 assists, 10 rebounds. He could have 13 rebounds, 20 points, and he can do this in a lot of different ways. He is playing against Charlotte, so I think he might get a few extra points tonight, so that's why I'm taking that. Alperen Sengun was in my video earlier. He's one of my favorite plays of the day against the poor center defense of San Antonio. He should easily hit 23.5 PRA, in my opinion. Here's a sweater bet that I actually do like. With McCollum and Embiid, I would have been more likely to bet that one on its own, even if it wasn't a sweater. I like both those plays pretty well today. And then, just to show y'all again, the 2 plays that I showed earlier in the video, so y'all don't have to go rewatch that to get the plays. Keep in mind, once again, guys, I only bet the props in these videos that you agree with.